Okay, so what we're going to do today is go over how to add an article to the EasyDNN News module. This is fairly straightforward, but we're going to go through piece by piece by piece. And while the instructions will be quite general, so you'll be able to follow this no matter what, I'll point out things which may change based upon your installation. So let's begin, and we'll take a look at our a page with our article manager on it. So here you can see I'm on a page. This could be any site, but traditionally I will make a utility tab, a utility page that has my article manager on it so that I can just see all the articles that are listed there. Now you can also do this from any news listing that you have within the site. This is traditionally something that I make available only for the administrators so that they can see and then quickly go to edit within any article. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click Add Article because we will be adding an article. So you click Add Article here. That's going to make the system refresh the page. And now we're into our Add Article screen. So you want to give it a title. A title is a required field. So my sample article. Subtitle is an optional field. You don't have to supply that if you don't want to. And then down in categories. Now your categories will be specific to your installation and how you set up your different categories. But here I have a bunch of different categories. Let's say that I'm going to be doing a testimonial and it's going to be for firearms for the family. I use this module for a lot of different things. I use it for news articles obviously, but then I also use it to drive testimonial sections. I use it to drive rotators. I use it to drive a lot of different things within the site. It's very flexible. So here I'm saying I'm going to do a testimonial for the firearms. And when I'm doing a nested thing like this, I do like to do the subsections. That way I can do different levels of roll-ups if I want to. Summary. This is a 2 to 3 sentence summary of your article. So this is my testimonial. Had this been a real testimonial, there would have been a summary here. All right, but this is a rich text field. It can have anything that you want here. Like I said, try to limit this to 2 to 3 sentences at most. A short paragraph is really what you're going for here. This is shown on the roll-ups. Okay, so the ones that show the read more buttons, that's what this shows. The only time that you would put the entire article here is when there isn't a whole lot to the article. If it's only a 2-paragraph article, then by all means put the entire article here. But if you have more than that, then there's no reason to put everything here. Just put the teaser here. Then we come down to the article detail type. You have 5 different types right now of article detail. You have text HTML, which is what it is by default. Which looks very similar to the summary, except for here you can write a book. You can put in as much information as you want. This is where you put in all the information regarding your testimonial or your news article or whatever you want here. If this article is really all the guts of the article is located on another site or on another page within your portal, then you want to click page link, and then you will be shown a drop-down list which will have all the different links within your site. So say this article really its details belong in firearms for family, then you would pick page link, firearms for family, and there is no more detail. What's going to happen is it will hyperlink both the picture and the title and the read more button to the firearms for family page. So that's where your read more link will lead you to. Now, the next option, file, this is for use in the case of, let's say that this was announcing that there was an event sign up and that there was a PDF form that someone needed to fill out to register for this event, that maybe they needed to fill out a PDF form and bring it in. That's what file is used for. So file then gives you the options to say, okay, what folder within my site is that located in, and then what is the actual file name. Or optionally, you can upload a new file if the file isn't already on your site. And then there's a select target, so you can say whether it's self or blank. If you're doing a PDF, I really suggest that you say _blank, It just helps the user experience a little bit anytime you're linking to a PDF to say open in a new browser. If this article detail is on another site, so not just another page within your site, but a totally different site itself, then you want to select link. An example of this would be if your organization, if this article for your organization is an article from a newspaper, then you would want to link to the article on the newspaper's website. So you would use link, and then here you could put in the link to the article itself. And that would be where the read more and the title would lead to, is the article itself on that other website. Now the last one is none. Again, this is a very small case where you're going to use none, but none would be the case where I only had a paragraph to say. The article was just basically saying, hey, listen, the shop is closed due to a holiday, or something like that, where there is no more additional information. By selecting none, you're saying, okay, the image is not going to be linked, the title is not going to be linked, and there will not be a read more button. It's just going to be what I put in the short description, and that's it. Article tags, these are meta tags used for search purposes, both search on your site and search within Google. So here you can reiterate colonial, family, safety, gun laws. You can put whatever tags relate to this article. Optionally, you can click the drop down arrow and see other tags that you've used in the site before, and then just click them and it'll add them into the list for you. That list can start to get very large. Underneath the tag section is the gallery panel. So here is where you start uploading images for your articles, and I suggest that an article always have an image, even if it's a default image, but you always add an image. So here I would click add gallery, and I would click select image, and I would go through the process of selecting all my images. So really the images can be anywhere on your site, on your thing. Once you click select images, it'll bring up a selection of images from your site. You can select one, or you can select one, hold down shift, select another one, then click open, and then they'll all start to show up right down here underneath that. And then once you have all of them there, then you can click start upload, and it will start uploading everything. For example, if I click select images and then I pick an image at random here, like Bob's blog, for example, and then I click start upload. By default, the first image that you upload is going to be your main article image. Alright, that's just the way that it works. But if you've uploaded multiples and you don't like the one that's selected as the main image, all you have to do is hover over the one that you want as the image and click the set as main article image button. If you've accidentally uploaded an image you don't want included in this article, just click the red X and that will get rid of it. Now if that happened to have been the main article image, then you also have to go up to the main article and click the X to get rid of that. So that is how the managing of the article images works. You can also pick from shared. So if you click shared and you upload to that, those then will be available across all articles. So if you have standardized ones that you want to use across multiple articles, use the shared tab to upload them there. Then they'll be easier to get to. Custom means that you can select from other galleries in your collection. Documents works pretty similar to the way images did. I select document, I find the document that I want, and then I just click upload, and now that document is uploaded and it's automatically going to be added to a list underneath the article's text. It'll have a related documents header, and then this will be shown in a bulleted list underneath that. Again, it'll automatically have a title and description and info, but if you want to click the pencil, you can modify what that title description is, and you can show or not show or delete it. It's pretty simple to use that. And then if you want to get rid of it entirely, just click the red X and it's gone. Links are just like documents, except for these would be links on other sites. So let's say that we wanted to link to the SJR's website, which is a local newspaper. I can put the information in there for links and click the add button, and now it's added. If I have multiple ones, I can use the up and down arrow to adjust their order, and they'll show up underneath the documents list and related links. I can click the pencil to make changes if I added one, or I can delete them using the red X. Advanced settings and article owner. Here, if you're authoring as the portal owner or an administrator of the news system, you have the option to change who you are. So I can say, all right, well, I want to change, and instead of authoring from my account, I want to say I'm authoring from Mike's account. And so now when I save this article, it'll say it's saved as Mike. In the background, by the way, it knows that it was still created by me, but when it's shown to the public, it'll say, hey, it's done by Mike. So that's a nifty feature. If you're doing this as a calendar entry, if this article relates to a calendar entry or you're announcing an event, then down here in the add as event, you'll want to check that box and enter all the event related information. So the start date, the start time, the end date, the end time, whether it's recurring or not. There's a whole manual on how to do the event stuff, so I'm not going to get into that here. That's a big read. And then whether or not you want this to be a featured article, so think of it like pinning a post in a forum, as well as the publish date. So even if I publish this article, when do I want it to be live on the website? And then the expiration date, which is by default 1,000 years from the publish date. After that, then you can go to custom fields, and if you have custom fields defined, you can check that box. And now you're asked, all right, what group of custom fields do you want to fill in, and the appropriate custom fields that you can add. And that's all, again, very specific to your install, what custom fields are available to you, because that's all been defined. Permissions per article, most people are not going to use, but if you have a paid subscription type model, you may be doing different permissions per article, but the likelihood is you would have restricted those by category instead. It's much easier to do it at the category level than at the article level. Then down below we have draft article or published article. Draft article is I want to save this article and close it because I want to save where I am in creating this article. I'm not done with it yet. I don't want to make it available to the public, but I want to save all my work. Publish means I want this to be available to the public as soon as the publish date hits. So publish means it's going to be publicly available when I hit publish article and save and close. Optionally, sometimes there is a set of checkboxes over to the right for distributing it also to Facebook and Twitter. Those are only available when you're publishing the article. You can check those and send them out to Facebook and Twitter if you have set up that integration. So once you've got your article done the way you want it, you click Save and Close, and the screen will save all your changes. It's doing edit checks right now to make sure that I filled in the required fields, which is basically category, title, and summary. Everything else is for the most part optional. And then it returns me back to my category listing or whatever page I came from when I clicked Add Article. Here's the article that I added. If I need to, I can click Edit Article, go back in, make any changes that I need to make, and then resave. So that is the basics of how to enter an article into the EasyDNN News module. Like I said, adding an event is just the only difference is really checking that box. This is add as an event and adding your event information. That will make it so that they can then be displayed on calendar views within the system. So hope you've enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on this video and I'll be more than happy to answer you if it's possible. If not, check out the website EasyDNNSolutions.com. They do have a whole manual for the EasyDNN News module, but sometimes a video is just better. So thank you for watching and enjoy.